Whatever it takes, I know I can make it through. A Degrassi podcast with Kelsey and Holland too. I know I can make it through.
Hi, and welcome to Whatever It Takes, a podcast about Degrassi, the Next Generation. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Holland, and today we're talking about Season 13, Episodes 17 and 18, The World I Know and Better Man. And Kelsey, will you please read us the Degrassi Wiki summary?
Sure. Allie continues to lie to protect Leo. Oh, no, wait, I'm reading the wrong one. My bad. It's Allie's birthday, but her spirits are crushed when she learns that the love of her life, Leo, is being sent back to France with an expired visa. Good. Maya returns from suspension and only to find she'll be stuck in a new class with Zig. President Drew is excited for the first event of the term, a speaking engagement by Mr. Hollingsworth, but his first call of duty is to clear things up with Claire.
Sure.
First
appearance of Tiny King. I had a feeling that was him in that rubber room class.
Yeah, no, I wrote it down. I was like, Tiny, I know him. I remember him.
He was the one name we remember from next class.
Yeah, he was featured. Him and Frankie, I remembered from the last one, I think.
Right. She was kind of in this episode, briefly.
Yeah.
Right?
No, Grace was.
No, Frankie was for like a second.
Was
she?
she?
She's friends with Zoe, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, anyway, Better Man. Allie continues to lie to protect Leo until Jenna and Claire change her mind and put him under arrest. I mean, just glossing over so much.
Summarization of what happened.
First sentence, just getting right to it. Maya's determined to prove that she is not a princess to her new classmates in the rubber room. To do this, she hangs out with the bad crowd and soon realizes she may have to do more than she expected to gain their approval. No. Zoe helps Drew with Mr. Hollingsworth's impression.
Sure.
Why not?
Okay. But the first song of the episode is The World I Know by Collective Soul, which is from 1995, and it sounds exactly like Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. Like, I started playing it to listen to it before we started recording, and Allegra's like, why are you listening to the Goo Goo Dolls? I'm like, it's not the Goo Goo Dolls. It's Collective Soul, whoever that is.
I don't know this song, I don't think.
You probably would if you heard it. It sounds exactly like Iris from the Goo Goo Dolls, but it's not that song.
All right. Can I make a confession? I used to really love the Goo Goo Dolls.
I feel like everybody had like a brief blip of a Goo Goo Dolls stage.
Right? Yeah.
Like, oh, what's that one? Slide? Slide was my jam.
Oh, I was all about Black Balloon, obviously.
It was like Goo Goo Dolls, Matchbox 20.
I was weirdly specifically Goo Goo Dolls only.
I know, I had Matchbox 20 songs burned onto CDs for me, but I never really sought them out. Honestly, my first interactions with Rob Thomas was Smooth by Santana.
It's the best introduction you could have, obviously.
But anyway, The World I Know, I guess it's like, Allie's world is turned upside down. It's not the world she knows anymore.
And it's the same, I'd argue it's also the same with, like, Maya's storyline.
Yeah, true, in the remedial room. And I don't know, Drew is like, what? A girl isn't in love with me because I kissed her? Sure.
Cry me a fucking river, Drew.
And then the second song is Better Man, a 1994 Pearl Jam song. And Allie just wants Leo to be a better man, but he's not, because he's awful and horrible and scary and a monster.
Garbage monster.
Yeah.
Allegra and I did flawless Pearl Jam impressions earlier.
It's just like... I guess it could also maybe apply to Drew, who is trying to be a better man, I guess, because he wants this Hollingsworth internship thing. I don't know. Anyway, let's dive into this horrible, monstrous episode.
Hooray!
It was just a bummer.
Just real sad.
Although maybe we can do Fashion Police right away, so we don't have to worry about doing it during a heavy moment later.
Sure.
Allie has a huge turquoise purse.
Um,
Claire's hair is short, but she has hair. She's not wearing wigs anymore.
When Maya and Zig dress like each other, they both do a very bad job. It's neither of it's good.
Jenna's hair looks great. What the fuck is Claire's chain bracelet? I don't know. She had like a clunky chain. Like, it looked like a chain link thing. I don't know. It was not good.
Unclear. Maya wears a horrible one-shoulder shirt.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Cody. We still don't like them.
No, I'm sorry. I never will. Also, super into Maya's smoky eye for her, like, alt look.
Her whole entire alt look was insane.
Hilarious.
There were so many studs, like, everywhere. Like, she had a studded choker. She had a weird hood happening. She had studded jacket. She had studded, like, toes of her, like, mega high top shoes.
Too much.
I don't know.
It's
it was
too
a lot.
much. She had the stud belt and the jacket and
very obviously fake nose ring.
Yeah. And, like, she dressed like she would have fit in with this group when she was still in Whisper Hug. Like, she only recently, like she does, it's not like she dresses super preppy. They had her, like, preppy in the beginning, I guess, to make it, like, a thing. But she's not, like, super preppy girl.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. Maybe now that she's dating Miles, who wears, like, fucking Gucci loafers. I swear to God, I saw him wear something that was trying to be Gucci loafers in this episode.
Oh, boy.
Because, of course.
He does look a little bit like he stepped out of, like, an Abercrombie catalog.
Oh, Grace's lip ring looks really fake.
Yes, it does. Drew in the suit. God damn. They tailored that. I was impressed.
That's all that I have.
Me too. My final fashion nose just damn exclamation point. Drew in that suit.
All right, well, it starts off with Allie is on the phone with Leo, I guess. Or no, Allie is just at her house, and we find out her birthday is tomorrow. She's turning 18, and Leo's making, like, house coffee deliveries to her.
And her mom, he's, like, in with the mom or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm like, ew. Remember when her parents, like, would have murdered her if she had a boyfriend? And now it's like, she has a French boyfriend who followed her to Canada. That's fine, sure.
I feel like she probably omitted that information when she told them about him.
Also, I feel like dating Dave just wore them down. Like, it opened the door to be like, whatever, she dates people now, sure.
Pretty much.
But then we find out that Leo's transfer credits didn't come through, and now he has to go back to France tomorrow. And that's when I was like, what?
Yeah. Like, a lot of, when we talk about the marriage stuff, I'm going to, like, get into logistics because
my God.
I have several international friends who have gotten married.
I was like, there seems like there needs to be a lot more paperwork.
I know what goes into it. It's intensive.
Like, I don't think this marriage is even legally binding.
It's not.
It can't be.
You need a fiancé visa.
Prove. Oh my God.
And once you get the fiancé visa, you have to get married within, like, a very short amount of time. Like,
but also, whenever this was announced, I was like, this feels like, I'm skeptical of this. This feels like a lie. What is happening? What is this going to turn into? Because my brain just could not go to, she's going to try to marry him, because that just seemed too absurd for me to, like, feel like, oh, that's where this is going.
It didn't go to mine either, but also it doesn't make sense that it's like, I'm leaving tomorrow, my transfer credits.
Yeah, like tomorrow.
That's crazy. You would know sooner than that.
Unless he, like, knew before and, like, waited till the last minute to tell her, which, I don't know, could be a fucking Leo move. I don't know. I was like, this feels like a lie or, like, a way he's going to manipulate her somehow. What's going on? I'm confused. I don't know. But then we're with Maya, who finds out she has to go to, like, the remedial room, which is, like, I guess a class for, like, troubled youths that meets twice a day, or, like, people who need extra help, or, like, what? I'm confused about what this class is.
Me too.
Although, like, and also, I'm, like, after we are in the class, I'm questioning why not everybody in the school has to take this class, because they're talking a lot about, like social and socioeconomic disparities and how people judge you, and, like, the way that, like, troubled kids can get, like, stuck in, like, the cycle of acting out or something.
Yeah, it seems like a great class. I'm very confused by the premise of this because can you guys let us know if this was a thing in any of your schools? Because the closest I can think of is detention, in which we did nothing and usually didn't go. Like, if anyone was going to the rubber room, it was this girl. So I don't know what is happening.
Would it surprise you to find out that I have never, ever gotten a detention in my life?
It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me at all.
The closest I've come was one time in elementary school. A very minor food fight broke out at the lunch tables, and me and 2 other girls were the only ones who got caught, and then I had to, like, pick up trash at lunch one day. That was in, like, maybe 3rd or 4th grade.
Adorable.
So I am not the person to ask about this. Like, the only things that I feel like my school had was, like, detention and, like, if you were really bad, Saturday school.
Oh.
Which is just, like, all day detention on a Saturday.
I used to get detention a lot, and I had...
Or in-house.
I had in-school suspension once,
Which I think is the same.
Once or twice I had in-school suspension.
Yeah.
I think just once. I think I was supposed to have it twice, but I only went the one time. Because my school was also under construction a lot of the time that I was there. So all the rules were insane, and, like, there wasn't a ton of accountability.
Yeah.
Like, if you just didn't go to things, it was like, we can't really keep track of anyone anyway.
Yeah.
It was a little bit Wild Westy.
I don't know. I have skipped classes, but I've, like, forged notes from my parents and got, like, actual passes to, like, not be there. So I did some, like, bad things, but I didn't get caught.
Oh, also shouts out to Chelsea, friend of the show, who spent my best day of school ever with me, where we both had in-school suspension together, and we just read Chuck Palahniuk books because it was high school. We went to lunch 4 times.
Anyway, oh yeah, I think Mr. Simpson is, like, walking her to remedial room or something, and she's like, "Why do I even have to do this?" He's like, why can't you be more lenient? Like, I just sang a song or something. And,
I was cyberbullied, which is fair, honestly.
And he's like, you uttered a death threat. This is leniency. And I'm like, that is also fair.
Also fair. Why?
She literally sang a death threat to Zoe.
Why was Zoe not punished? That's my question about this whole scenario.
Because cyberbullying is not something the school can control because it didn't happen on a school computer. Remember? And her mom was like, she'll be punished. And it's like, yeah, fucking right.
She will not be punished.
But then we enter remedial room, and Grace is there, and she's threatening Tiny with scissors for some reason. I don't remember the context. But then we are with Jenna, Claire, and Allie, and Allie's like, Leo's leaving. What? I'm only have a day with him. I'm skipping class to go spend time with him. And I'm like, ugh. Good riddance.
She says, my life is over. And I was like, no, your life is about to be so much better.
Oh, so much better.
So much better.
But then we're with Dallas and Drew. And Drew was like, yay, we're having the speaking event. And Miles' dad is going to be there. And then he starts talking to him about the Claire kiss.
And Dallas is as floored as we all were.
He's like, was it a kiss or a makeout? And he was like, it was in between. And Drew was like, I just gotta let her down easy though. Like, it's gonna be weird. She's gonna be in love with me. Blah 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 blah. And it's like, oh, Drew, you know she does not give a single fuck about this.
Seriously.
But then Allie surprises Leo at work and is like, I just want to live in the moment. I don't want to talk about the future. Let's just spend the day together because you're leaving tomorrow. And whatever. But then we're back in remedial room, rubber room, whatever. And they have to do, like, character interviews and, like, partner up and interview each other and then act it out later. I was confused by
this
it.
is actually like as far as I understand, like in like group therapy or like family therapy or like couples therapy, whatever, like anything, like I think maybe it's just family and couples therapy, but it's like an exercise in like family and couples therapy. But it doesn't make sense in this scenario because it's a whole bunch of asshole teenagers who are just going to do it to be dicks to each other.
Yeah.
Like, let's think this through. Let's look at our audience and examine what we're doing.
It would make sense for maybe Maya and Zoe to specifically do this activity because they have, like, a conflict between the two of them, and they maybe would benefit from understanding each other better. But it doesn't really make sense for this class.
No, it does
Well,
not.
whatever. Maybe it's the treat to